From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your morning update.
Your weekend weather update is made possible by Caltrans District 2.
Hey folks, good morning. We have finally made it to the weekend, and I'll tell you what, the weather is definitely weekend weather. We're going to be here in the lower mid-80s as we head through the valley today. We're doing fantastic out there, clear skies, maybe a few patchy clouds filtering in out towards Siskiyou and Modoc County. Call it 70s here as we head through the rest of the day and especially into this afternoon. Out towards Plumas County and the eastern mountains, very similar story. Some of us might even be near 75, 76 degrees out there for your highs. Out towards the north coast, very little temperature variation as usual. We'll call it upper 50s there. Head a little further inland and out towards Trinity County. Well, you're getting back up into lower to mid 70s out there. So we're definitely talking a nice warming trend over the next 24, 48 hours. And I think that's kind of our time frame here for the best conditions and into Monday as well. Now, as we head into the future cast, this is kind of interesting. You see those clouds kind of filtering in. You might even see maybe a sprinkle or two up here in Del Norte County, northern portions of Humboldt County today, but don't plan your day around it. If you see it, don't say I didn't warn you, but most of us, if not pretty much all of us, are going to be fantastic today. Have a couple bottled waters, bring a granola bar, do a hike, do whatever you want out there because it's just going to be fantastic. I think that really is the long and short of it. A little bit of a nuisance wind. We might have that wind off and on at about 10, 15 miles an hour, maybe gusts to 20. So that is kind of one X factor here in the forecast. But notice here, as we progress the future cast through, really not seeing a lot of activity. I think the first signs of life in a more active pattern come back as we head through the middle and end portions of the week, starting, I would say, Wednesday, Thursday here. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Notice by Tuesday, first signs start to creep in from the west here. That's this system here pushing in. As of right now, pushing in Thursday, lasting through Friday, rain, snow, that kind of situation. Does not look particularly widespread right now, but models can and models will change over the next 5-6 days. So, of course, we'll keep a close eye on that. But for the next, I would say, 4-5 days, pretty much as good as you can ask for this time of year, and a little bit of a steady cool down coming with that system as well. You can really see that on kind of the big picture, right? So let's take a look. Trinity County, temperatures for today, upper 60s, lower 70s out there is kind of the story. Some of us even the mid 70s. We actually might kind of get near 80 as we head through Monday. But notice that cool down here as we head through the middle and end portions of the week with those rain chances kind of creeping in towards Thursday and Friday. That's what I was talking about out there. You can see that along the coast as well. Of course, temperatures don't vary as much as usual, right, with a different microclimate, but you can see those conditions definitely kind of decreasing in their niceness, I would say, for lack of a better term, as we head through Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Although, hey, rain, you know what, never a downside here for this time of year. You know, we'll take what we can get. That much is for sure. Reservoirs doing really nice out there, especially over the last decade or so. We're doing great. So you know what? More rain, the better, at least in my opinion, here across the area. Let's hop up to Del Norte County because it's kind of a similar story, right? We're going to be kind of, upper 50s, lower 60s along the coast. You get back up to the 70s as you head further inland. In fact, by Monday, a little further inland, you might actually end up somewhere near 80. But again, that cooling trend kind of puts a kibosh on that. We're going to be in the 60s here starting Wednesday, and I think we actually hold that into Thursday and Friday. So that's something to keep an eye on there. Again, that's towards the end of the week, so the next 4 or 5 days, you really don't have any weather to worry about there. Maybe a nuisance wind at worst. Out towards Siskiyou County, very similar story. We'll call it 70s further west. You head further east past Mount Shasta City. You get back down to the 60s there, and then I think we hold the 60s, maybe even 50s towards the end of the week, and maybe towards next Thursday, next Friday, and next Saturday. Out towards Modoc County, upper 60s, lower 70s is the story here. Of course, as we head further east, no surprise there. We hold fairly steady out there. There you go. You kind of hold that over the next couple of days there, but we'll be lucky to get out of the 60s as we head towards Thursday and Friday, maybe even holding some upper 50s there in that time frame through the week. Out towards the eastern mountains of Plumas County, widespread 70s is a story, probably near 80 tomorrow and Monday, but we'll be cooling down through the 70s, through the 60s, maybe even flirting with upper 50s by Thursday and Friday. So like I said, very much a steady climb down those stairs into the basement of those temperatures, for lack of a better term, right? That's kind of the trend we're seeing over the next several days. Of course, out towards the valley, check out those lower mid 80s over the next couple of days there. Some of us might even see some upper 80s, but like I said, for the rest of us, just like the coast, just like Modoc County and Siskiyou County, just like the eastern mountains, us in the valley will be cooling down through the 70s, back into the 60s perhaps even, by Wednesday, by Thursday, and by Friday. Of course, up here from Lakehead to Red Bluff, very similar story through today, though. Doing great. We're going to be somewhere, I would say, lower 80s for the story here through today, through tomorrow, through Monday. In fact, some of us probably ending up mid, upper 80s out there, back to the 70s, back to the 60s by Wednesday and Thursday. Thanks for joining me for this forecast update, folks. I'll be back with you at 12, fresh from the Weather NorCal Command Center for a new look at your forecast. I'll speak to you soon.